A coin flip assumes equal weight on both sides. In sports betting, the odds often suggest that same balance, even when the performance data is lopsided. Take tonight's matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox. DraftKings has the Braves at -109 and the Sox at -110. The market is pricing this game as a pick'em, but the box scores tell a different story. Atlanta leads the majors in hits and has driven in 289 runs. Boston sits at the very bottom of the league, having managed just 200 runs all season. The pitching matchup follows that same trend. Atlanta's Bryce carries a 1.97 ERA, while Boston's Connelly enters with a 3.33. When the production gap is this wide, but the price is nearly identical, we have to determine if the market is factoring in a hidden variable, or if the numbers on the field are being undervalued. This creates a gap in perception. Odds makers often rely on market hesitation, the idea that a cheap price on a favorite feels like a setup, to keep the betting volume balanced on both sides. To find the actual edge, we need to look past the team names and focus on which side the math supports. Deciding on a side means weighing the documented talent gap against the price the book is asking you to pay. We can evaluate these options by mapping data predictability against the potential payout. The Braves' moneyline at -109 sits in the high predictability, moderate value zone. This play relies on a consistent outcome, an elite pitcher facing a lineup that historically struggles to generate offense. Backing the moneyline secures a win if Atlanta simply outlasts Boston, regardless of the final score. You accept a lower return in exchange for protection against a late-game bullpen collapse that could shrink a lead but still result in a victory. Shifting to the run line, Atlanta -1.5 at +149 increases the potential return while lowering predictability. This leverages Atlanta's 34-21 record against the spread, aiming for a higher payout based on their ability to win by multiple runs. The trade-off is the requirement for a 2-run cushion. If Atlanta wins by only 1, the ticket loses. That cushion is less certain right now. Ronald Acuna Jr. is 1 for 16 over his last 4 games, and Matt Olson is 2 for 21 in his last 5. Your choice comes down to your tolerance for risk, paying for the safety of a straight win, or taking the plus money return on a multi-run victory. Then there is the 8.5-run game total. This number is complicated by the clash between Atlanta's third-ranked scoring offense and Boston's league-worst production. These conflicting stats don't necessarily lead to a middle-ground result. They create a wide range of possible outcomes, from a lopsided blowout to a low-scoring duel where neither team finds a rhythm. This spread of possibilities creates high variance. Without a consistent trend to follow, the final score becomes significantly harder to project. After analyzing these variables, the Rotoworld predictive model flagged this total as a stay away. Because the data points towards an unpredictable finish, passing on the over-under is the mathematically sound move for your bankroll. The goal is to choose the path that offers the most stability while avoiding the volatility of the game total. We can map these options to 3 specific risk profiles to see which one fits your strategy. For the conservative value hunter, the Braves' money line is the clear play. You are getting the league's most productive lineup and a sub-2 ERA pitcher at near-even money. The high-yield risk-taker should look at the Braves' run line at +149. This play capitalizes on Boston's poor 21-32 record against the spread to chase a higher return. For anyone considering the 8.5 total, the recommendation is a firm stay away. If you are looking for a game to root for high-scoring action, your capital is better spent on a matchup with more aligned offensive trends. Successful betting is about identifying and trusting these data disparities, rather than following the market's initial suggestion of an even match.